Welcome to Paradise Episode 4. At the end of the last episode, our adventurers went down deep into the bowels of Gramanthe Community College and entered a room that was part forest, part not. As they were exploring the room started getting colder and colder and colder. So now our adventurers stand. We are currently inside. Do you all remember what it looks like, or do we need like a refresher?
It was like a room. It was a room that half of it was burnt, the other half was a lush, beautiful forest.
Great. It's also not
colder
that big
and
of a room.
colder and colder.
At the end of the room that we're at, which is the far end from where we started, turning back,
There was another door.
entrance, the left is the burnt side and the right is the pretty side.
Starting at the entrance facing into the room, the left is the burnt side, the right is the pretty side. Yes.
So now it's the opposite.
So if
What?
we were at the other end of the door and we turned around, the burnt side would be the right side and the green side would be the left side.
Yes.
That is how directions work.
Good. Okay. I just need to make sure.
All right. So, there we are. So pretty much, last session, I had you all roll initiative, which I am going to keep, but it was a little sneaky of me because that is mainly, right now at least, what I'm using to track time. So as of right now, pretty much what is going to happen is the room is getting colder. I'll give you guys each, like, we'll go through the initiative order on what you want to do in a round. But instead of, like, role-playing back and forth on what everyone's going to do, I'm going to go in initiative order to see, like, specifically what you are doing in this allotted period of time. So the highest roll was Patty. What are you doing as you feel the room start to chill?
There's nothing to punch.
Nothing to punch.
Okay,
I mean, there are trees and stuff. You want to punch a tree? Playing Minecraft?
It's kind of okay. So we're at the far end, and there's a door in front of us, right? Can you describe the door?
The door is like an archway of stone that you can absolutely tell is a door. It has no knob or lever or hinge or anything, but it's inset to the wall a little. But you can tell that it is absolutely a door, and it's meant to open, but it is not.
I use my free action to say melon and see if that does anything real quick.
Okay, it does not.
Damn, this is, you can always give it a shot here. Then I'm going to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. Sorry I didn't
I
mute.
guess I could cast bless. You're fine. Actually, I'm not going to cast anything. I'm going to wait.
Okay. So nothing.
I think it's on my turn. I'm gonna. Well, instead of holding my turn because I've already used a free action, I'm going to run up to the door and I'm going to try to push it.
Okay. Give me a just give me a strength check, or athletics if you'd prefer.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Great.
It's not great, fam. That's a 10.
It's a 10. You are pushing against this door and it doesn't budge one bit.
Then I shout to everybody that the walls are closing in and we have to get out before the trash compactor monster gets us.
All right, Slash, you're up. What are you
What does
doing
that mean?
at this point?
I'm going to go to the lush side and start looking for melons.
For melons?
Yeah.
Is that because Patty just
You
said
said melon. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Give me investigation.
Can I do it? Thank you. That would be an investigation. I have a -2. That would be a 1.
All right.
I do not find my melons.
You don't see any melons. What is your nature score?
Like what my passive nature would be, or
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Just
You mean like what?
Like, what is your nature modifier? The number in your little nature guy.
In my nature, -2. In my survival, +7. This kind of depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
I don't know much about nature, but I know how to survive it.
Okay. Okay. Great. You do not find any. Surprisingly, you don't find any melons. But there is a lot of other plant life that is around here. Wes, it's not your turn yet.
I accidentally hit that button when I was looking at my spells. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Teufel, you're up. Hiram.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Could I sort of do a visual and sensory, for lack of a better word, scan of the room and see if I can locate any particular source for the decrease in temperature?
Yeah. Give me perception.
Yes, very much yes. Accent is thicker this week. This is a 16.
A 16. As giving a general scan of the room, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering from last week correctly. You also went to the other end to look at the far door.
Yes.
So you're kind of turned around back on the room, kind of. Yeah, you can't exactly pinpoint a location of where the cold is specifically coming from. No.
Okay. All right. I suppose that is my action. I will not use my movement. I will remain by the group.
Okay. Norman, you doing anything?
Yeah. The first thing is, can I just do a quick side to side, just for my movement to see if one side is colder than the other?
Sure. I guess I don't need you to make a roll for that. The entire room is getting cold at the same rate.
Okay, so given that, can I take a look at this door more closely to see if I can see any sort of mechanism for opening or hinges or anything like that that would indicate in what manner this door opens?
Yeah, give me investigation with advantage because it's about mechanisms and things.
Dope. I rolled a natural 20.
There you go.
Nice.
This door.
Roll again. You have advantage.
Roll again.
That was with advantage.
Oh, okay.
I rolled up at the same time.
Gotcha. You examine this door very thoroughly. You can tell that it is recessed into the wall because it's basically a giant stone slab that just slides up and down when it is triggered. It's with a nat 20, you can also tell that it's not a magical door. That it doesn't need any specific magical ability, any casting on it like the door to get down here did. But this one is just a door that you need to find the mechanism that opens it.
Okay, I'll call out to everyone and say, everyone, the slab slides up. Look for something look for the mechanism that makes it do that.
No melons over here.
All right, Laris.
Not melon. Maybe a lever. Not a lemon.
Stop pushing the door.
Laris, what are you doing?
I already gave up my fucking hand. I will
Cast
be
Fairy Fire on all
casting
of us.
Fairy Fire. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. I'm going to go with green.
Okay.
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Great. Where are you casting this?
I'm just throwing it into the fucking woods, middle of the room.
Okay, so you are casting it. So basically, you're throwing it in the middle of the room. So Slash is going to get caught up in it because he wasn't on the edge of the room.
Yeah, it doesn't damage. I mean, it doesn't damage anybody. It just kind of
He
like
just has to make a dex
He has to
save
make a
see
dex
if-
saving throw, and any attack roll against him will have advantage.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
But you cast
I'm
it,
just-
so
What's your debt? What do I have to beat?
what's the DC?
I believe it's a 14 is what the map says, but do I add on my
It's 8 plus your
modifier?
proficiency plus your wisdom. So whatever that is. So it's probably 10 plus your wisdom right now.
10 plus my wisdom right now, so that would be 14.
14. All right, roll it.
Roll the 15. Roll the 15. Roll
There
the
you go.
15.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So you are not outlined in light, so attacks against you will not have advantage. And
That's
you
good.
can benefit from being invisible. All right. Laris, are you doing anything else? Can you do anything else?
And nothing else gets like illuminated, like no other creatures on the.
Correct. There are no invisible creatures within that 20-foot cube.
All right, cool. There's invisible creatures within a 30-foot cube.
All right.
Is that
So
what Laris says to us, or this is just Wes's music?
This is just
That's
Wes's
Okay.
comment.
over the table. All right. So now what happens is the room gets colder and colder. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. I'm bad at those.
Uh-oh.
19.
We're gonna die
that-
before the combat starts. A
That's a
19?
19.
19.
Yeah.
It's combat next session then? Is that?
We'll see.
Yeah,
Who knows?
combat next set. It's in 2
15.
sessions from now. The rest of
How many
today's
more sessions
episode.
till we go into combat?
The rest of today's episode is
I have a
brought to you
bunch of
by
combat skills.
Wes talking about Twin Peaks.
Wes, no, you are not stalling this any longer. All right. What
Water.
did anyone roll poorly?
That depends on what your definition of poorly.
Well, what did I heard 2 19s. What did anyone else get?
I got
15.
12.
I got a 23.
Jesus fuck.
12.
All right, 2 19s, 15, 12, 23. All right. As of
All
right
right.
now, the room is it's cold, but all of you are, warm-blooded, and it doesn't really take any effect on you at its current temperature. We're gonna go back up to Patty. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, who looks like they might be the most susceptible to this cold?
Who rolled the 12 or the 15?
Well,
That
it's
would
not-
be Slash.
It's not really a role question. It's more just like I'm trying to ask who has the lowest constitution. Like who seems to have the least stamina in this group.
I think that would be Teufel.
Hiram Belfast has a constitution of 10.
Oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna cast Bless on Hiram, on Slash. Norman's a Norman? No? Norman feels zesty. Okay, then on Laris too.
Norman's from the tundra. He's kind of used to the cold, though. It's been a while.
Oh, that's true. So I'll cast it on those 3. So whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, which is a minute, you can roll a d4, add the number to the attack or saving throw, as long as I hold concentration up to a minute. So I'm going to cast Bless because you guys are smarter than Patty's not very smart. So I'm going to cast Bless and go, can you guys figure this out? It's getting pretty cold.
All right. Slash.
He thinks I'm smart? That's cool.
You're the only one who isn't just standing completely still at the moment.
That's true. It's true. I am looking for melons.
You are.
Uh,
Do you continue looking for melons, or you switch to something else when you find none?
well, I'm now looking for whatever a lever is. I'm hoping it's tasty.
You can pull it, or press it, or push it. It'll do any of those sort of
What?
things.
Can you
Should
bop
we put
it?
in a stew?
You might be able to bop it.
Yeah,
There-
bop it, flick it, twist it.
Lick
Slash,
it.
if you find the lever, you might
Flick.
be able to find yummy things later, but you shouldn't eat the lever.
Mm.
As
Pinch it.
this
You can
is
stroke it.
wait, let me check.
Stop!
Kiss it.
Stop!
I got a 10.
You can jag it.
On what? Investigation?
Yeah, looking for the lever.
Okay. Are you looking anywhere specific for the lever, or just around?
Still on the lush side. I'm assuming food is going to be on the lush side, not on the burnt side.
Okay. Great. You don't. You kind of trying to sniff out what a lever might smell like. But you don't really find anything that fits that description.
I hold up a branch like this.
No, it might look more mechanical or just something that would open a door. Think about that. Not food or trees.
I see a lever. It's standing right next to you. Mechanical.
He's referring
Bird.
to Penn.
I love penguin.
I think is he talking about me?
Penn, do you
Yep.
think you can help explain to him that you are not the lever we're looking for?
Oh yeah, I'm not a lever.
Okay, great job, Penn.
Yep.
But
Move along.
any mechanical.
Yeah. All right.
He is mechanical. Good job. Now look for things that are like Penn, but not a bird.
All right.
So Laris is out.
Goodbye.
You say bird. Laris goes. All right. Teufel, what's up?
Is there any kind of are there any drawings on the walls? Anything interesting on the walls at all?
Stone walls.
Then I will just run my hand over the stone walls in the area around the door, looking for any kind of hidden switches or levers or contraptions.
Sure. Give me a roll. That can be investigation.
Oh, goody me, hooray! This is a 15.
15. You find a lot of stones in the
It
wall.
is not here. It is not by the door. I have failed you once more.
All right, Norman. You trying anything else?
Yeah. Before I try anything, can I recall if it started getting colder after any particular thing that we did, or any of us moved to one side or the other, or up through a certain point or anything?
Give me insight.
Okay.
Is that good? Is that a good skill for that? Anyone feel
Or
free
history, maybe?
Or what?
Like
History?
a
I
memory
would
test?
I would probably call it like a perception
Okay.
Okay.
personally.
I would go with perception or insight. They're both wisdom based.
Okay. Give
It's-
me whichever one you
Sure.
prefer. Perception or
All
insight.
right.
I would do athletics.
I got another natural 20.
Fuck no.
No cap.
No, you
no
didn't.
cap.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
show
This is a problem
Get out.
because here's the thing.
You're wasting them all. You're
You're
wasting all of
wasting
your
them
nat
all.
20s.
We
Yeah,
didn't see your die, but we saw your wiener, so it's all going
okay.
on.
that
Here, I'll slide
that
it.
penis is a natural 20.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
Are you-
I'll
Well, I saw
slide
for a second.
Penis-
There it
that
is.
penis
Yeah.
is a natural
It's
20.
probably
Oh
covered
my
on the
gosh.
stream, but yeah. Well, I saw for a second.
Yeah, no, we saw it for a second.
It was cut out for terms of service.
Yeah.
It's like a gnat slip.
Yeah.
Nat
That's
slip.
it.
All right. Your
That's a
nat
nat 1.
20 gets you. You recall that the cold started pretty much effectively when the chamber had sealed. So once you guys were fully inside and there wasn't a way for the cold to escape any longer after the wall had completely shut, it gave you a buffer of about a minute or two, and then the cold began.
Okay, I'll say to everyone before I try something. It started getting colder once the door got closed. We could either try reopening the door or try opening this one. I don't know what's best. And then I'll try to look for any sort of mechanism, whether it be natural or like man-made, that can open the door. I mean, if Hiram
Sure.
checked the walls, maybe I'll check. Can you just? Is there anything of note in the lush or the non-lush section that looks like it is out of place? Maybe that's what I'll look for.
That give me perception to start off with.
Okay. 17.
Okay. With that, when you're scanning these areas, nothing particularly looks out of place. You notice the branch that Slash held up, asking if that was a lever. It didn't look like it broke off of a tree. The end is much more like rounded over. But that's the only thing that really looks unnatural about this setting in here, on that half of the room at least.
Guys, I think the trees might not be real. Maybe we can check those out to find a way out.
All right, Laris.
I would say that I don't know how we could roll for this action, which is never a good sign.
Go for it, and I'll let you know.
Poop your pants.
I'm gonna poop my pants.
It's Constitution.
Constitution.
Constipoopin.
Constipation.
Constipation saving throw. I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out an item, which is a simple torch.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a torch, and Lars is going to go, I am really going to regret this, and I'm going to try to set the forest on fire.
No.
How
All right.
how do I roll for this?
That, I mean,
Roll for carbon monoxide.
Or is it just a free action?
It's not a roll. You can throw a torch.
I am going to try to light the forest on fire.
Are you chucking a torch, or are you specifically holding it somewhere?
I'm gonna walk up to the biggest tree out of all of the trees, and I'm gonna hold the torch up to it.
Up to which part of it? Like under leaves, to the trunk?
Under the lowest branch, so that it would start to pass to the other leaves.
All right.
I'm gonna try to burn the forest down.
Before he uses wild shape, before he speaks to animals, before he communes with plants, our druid burns the forest down.
Burn a tree.
And this is
not
someone
a wildfire druid.
who has lived in the forest.
Not a wildfire druid.
All right.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Norman said the trees might not be real, so if that was what...
That's true. That's true. It's
Yeah.
it's an
Might
abhorrent.
not be.
It's a blight,
That's-
is what it is.
It's like, guys, these might be robots. They might not be alive. I will cut one's head off. Like,
Yeah, Laris, I will allow you to take out that torch and light it and hold it up to the tree.
Burn the forest down.
Nothing
Nothing
that is living. Like if you've ever tried to start like a campfire with freshly cut down branches off of trees, it's hard because there is moisture flowing through it. So it's not going to immediately catch on fire, but when I get back to you, we'll discover what happens with your fire then. Are you going to hold it up for the round?
No. It was like a quick
Okay.
test.
The branch got a little singed from the fire you were holding under it. It didn't immediately engulf in flames, but you know, as someone who has lived in the forest for however long, that forests don't immediately just go up when holding one torch under one branch.
Okay. They might be real.
All right,
Okay.
Patty.
We're back to square one.
Oh, wait. Before we go to Patty, I need everyone to make another Constitution saving throw.
The three of you add a d4. Everybody but me and Norman add a d4 to your Constitution saving throw.
Add a D4.
Yes.
A d4.
Let me roll a D4.
Then add that number to whatever your saving throw
I
was.
got
16.
I'm
All right.
already at a dirty 20.
Nice.
Well,
15
anyway.
again.
I got a 19.
All right.
17.
Okay, great.
That's
Right.
22.
Perfect. So, as of yet, it's getting colder in here. That's to say it's probably 40-ish degrees Fahrenheit right now. Like, it's cold.
Good.
But all of you are like, okay, it's chilly. Like, it's not, hurting at all. Patty,
Yeah.
we're back to you.
I would like to do two things.
All right.
I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to run into the alive part of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to...
I was certain
would
you were
like-
about to say that you were going to run into the door. But go on. I'm happy to see that you're not trying that again.
Ramen speed.
I kind of want to try it again now. I thought about just trying to lift it up. I really did. Patty's not the brightest.
Run into the middle of the
But
forest. What were you going to do?
I would like to see if I could see. So I just want to check. Do I think these trees are real? And do any of these branches look like they might be able to be pulled? I feel like Patty's becoming a pop culture fan, and that's part of his backstory now. So I feel like I'm familiar with like secret levers. So I'm looking for branches that maybe could be pulled.
Okay.
And then if I don't see anything, I'm just going to start randomly pulling branches.
Great. How would Patty go about testing whether this tree is real?
I'm just looking as I run in because I think my main goal is to pull.
Okay.
No, I'm changing my mind.
No.
I'm going to fuck it. I'm just gonna run in. I'm just using my sight.
Your what?
I sight with my eyeballs.
Oh, okay. Sight to see.
He's not blind.
Patty's not blind.
Patty's not blind.
Oh.
No. He can see perfectly fine.
Okay.
He has 20/20 vision.
Okay.
His vision is perfectly fine.
Bigfoot!
Yeah. Give me
Mom,
perception.
I don't need to wear my glasses to school, okay?
Oh, can I roll with advantage because I'm being so clever?
No, you're just using
Okay.
your sight.
We don't have to talk about this then. I got a 3.
All right. It's a normal tree.
Then
I feel like
find
my
it challenge either.
it's a 3.
I'm going to say I'm not really sure if they're trees or not. I should be doing I guess I'm freaking out now because it's getting colder.
Mhm.
So I'm
also,
like,
it's a normal tree.
somebody figure out why half of it's burned. And I'm just gonna start pulling random branches. I'm just
Okay.
pulling branches.
Great. How tall are you?
Tall enough.
Be the judge of that.
6 feet on Tinder.
I didn't write it down. I think I'm like I'm like 4'1" or something. Oh,
All
I'm
right.
4'5". I'm 4'5".
Great. All of the you start pulling on all the branches you can reach. At first they don't do anything, but you keep on pulling. Slash, we're going to you.
Okay. So I had this idea.
Mm-hmm.
The burnt side versus the living side.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like they are symmetrical? Like the burnt side is what the lush side would look like after it burned down.
It's not. All right. This is a tough roll. And you all can give me
I'm
input from a
thinking
DM standpoint.
Like, as a DM, I would probably roll insight personally.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand
I was trying.
the
Great.
situation, but
I was trying to think if I wanted to do insight or more of like a nature thing, but since you're looking at like it from like a time perspective, then yeah, give me insight on that one.
So 9 plus, what's my plus on insight? Oh yeah, plus 7. 16.
16. It's not a before and after picture. If that's like what you're looking for, it's just
Okay.
it is split very neatly down the middle, but it's
My last question,
Yeah.
as I'm looking at that,
Mhm.
are there any branches or plants that cross the line?
no.
Take the branch.
Unless you moved the one that you had.
I did not.
Okay.
I'm about to. I'm
Okay.
going to take the branch and toss it onto the other side and see what happens.
Okay. Teufel, you're up.
All
Nothing
right.
happens?
No, you toss it onto the other side, it flops.
I will follow Patty's lead and I'll run to the tree and start pulling on the highest branches that I can reach.
You being, what was it, 6'1", 6'4"?
Hiram is 6'1".
6'1". So you now start pulling on branches. Is that all you're doing this round?
Yes, frantically.
Okay, frantically.
little-
Desperately.
When I see
Frantically.
him easily reaching the higher branches I can't do, I'm a little offended.
Okay.
Like, what are you trying to say?
Can you, Hiram, just give me a straight strength roll right now?
Oh no! Yes. Gladly. That is a 3.
A 3. Okay. Yeah, you're just pulling on branches.
It'll
All right.
work.
Because I don't want you reading into that too much, I just wanted to see if you yanked a branch off a tree.
Oh, no,
It's
no
not,
way.
It's not that big of a deal. All right. Next, we go to Norman.
Okay. We've checked out the walls.
Mm-hmm.
We've checked out the door.
Mhm.
We've checked out the branches. We've burned the branches. Is there a path in between the two sides, or it's just one line down the middle?
It's a straight line where they meet.
Okay. Did we ever, as we entered the room,
Mhm.
this is just clarifying, did we ever look back, or did we only ever look forward?
No, I'm pretty sure Rod just talked about how Patty turning around, now the lush side was on the left and the burnt up side was on the right.
Okay, so we have looked at that area. Like, we can see the door we came in from where we are?
You can see the tunnel where you came in. The wall has sealed up on the other side up the staircase. But you can, yeah, it's not gone.
Okay. Norman's gonna sit for a second and think.
All right, where are you sitting?
What would Dad do? What would Dad do? I just meant like sit, like staying in the same place.
Okay.
Like sitting on it.
He sits on pen.
I think he's still carrying pen because he's worried.
Baby boy.
You know what? Maybe I'll consult Pen since he was programmed by Arthur.
Okay.
Pen, I'm trying to think what Dad would do in this situation. When he was talking about challenges to get through, he said, you know, sometimes they're not magic. You just have to think about the things that are within you and think about what you have at your disposal. I really don't know what to do though.
Yeah.
What do you think Dad would do?
I don't know. He'd probably build something.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there a big branch anywhere? Like a huge one?
There's one that Slash just tossed across the room.
But is it like big?
How big are you talking?
Like sturdy? Like that thick? And like
I'm not looking at the picture. Hold on. Like how thick?
Gonna make a lever.
like that thick and like very long?
There are like some scattered branches on the burnt side of the room if you want to look around for a thick boy.
All right, I'm gonna look for a thick boy.
All right, give me investigation.
Are any of them girthy?
Okay.
Also, just for clarification, when I say the burnt side of the room, nothing is actually burnt. It's not like an actual fire went through here. It's just what it looks like.
The barren side.
Yeah.
Right.
Barren is probably a better word to describe it.
Okay. Sounds good. Here we
Oh,
go.
wait. It's not actively burnt. It's just devoid of plant life.
It's not devoid of plant
what that
life.
means?
It's no.
Like it was destroyed.
There are stumps of trees. There are like trees that have fallen over, and it's like, you know, logs. I guess that's what you'd call them. There's like ash on the ground. There's like little like torn up plants. So it looks as if something had ravaged this side, but nothing had ravaged this side.
Yeah. Slash told you basically that it was manufactured that way in his own way.
In his own inimitable word.
Norman has a
I should
plus
check my
5
notes
to
after
investigation, but I unfortunately rolled a nat 2, so I got a 7.
All right. With a 7 in investigation, you can see there are some branches over here. There are none that are that thick like you were talking about. But there are other branches over here that might bend if you put a little pressure on them.
Okay. So instead of that, I'm going to say, hey, Pen, I think I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate Pen for the first time. So you see Norman holding, you know, his normal like 1.5 foot tall pen, he pulls on the wings in a certain way, and Pen's beak like shoots out and becomes a huge greatsword. And
That is twice the size of Norman.
Yeah. So
What
Pen
the
went from like
fuck?
half my size to like double my size. But that's the only long, sturdy thing I have, and I'm gonna shove Pen's beak, meaning the end of the greatsword, try to squeeze it under the slab,
Mhm.
and try to use some leverage to
Okay.
pry it up.
Now, Patrick,
Yeah.
since you activated Pen,
Mhm.
there is a safety device inside of Pen that
Yes, sir.
that I will need you to roll for.
Yes. Is it a 20 or a 100?
It's a D20.
Okay.
Pen's gonna kill us all.
17.
17.
Kind of
Oh my
vampire.
gosh.
I hope it's good. I think it's bad though.
Everybody have secret shit except for me.
I just have secrets.
I just am the secret shit.
I swear to God,
Okay.
Lars, if you have a fucking gun.
This calls for the glizzy.
Okay. So in the room, Norman is by the door at the far end of the room from where you came in. Teufel and Patty are both at like the tree pulling things, and Slash, you are a little farther into the room, I'm assuming, and Laris, you are right next to Norman.
Yeah.
Correct.
Laris barely really moved.
All right. Give me 1 second here.
No, Lars isn't next to Norman. Lars is trying to burn a tree.
Oh, that's true.
I'm next
yes.
to the biggest tree, but
Yeah.
I stopped trying to burn
I'm
it.
just winding up this saving throw that's coming.
It's unfortunately not a saving throw, but it's actually not. It's not too bad. So, everyone except Slash and Norman, you all take 3 necrotic damage.
What?
Just
Great,
automatically.
Just automatically, the activation of Pen sends out a shockwave of necrotic damage for 30 feet, and all of you within 30 feet take
Oh my
3
gosh.
necrotic damage.
That's
I
fine.
say, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. I just need to get the door open.
Norman, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you and steal your bird.
Help me get the door open first, otherwise we're all dead.
All right,
And
and
then
you.
I'm going to kill you
Couch.
first.
All right,
Shove
so
the beak under.
you're shoving your sword under the door.
Yeah, and trying to like lever it open,
Okay.
like just using like you would a crowbar with a normal thing, but a sword, a great sword with a
Okay.
rock slab.
That's not exactly an attack. Is that just strength? Yeah. Give me
Athletics.
give me athletics, I guess, to
Okay.
wedge your sword under a door.
I just lost 11% of my health.
Jesus
Wait.
fuck!
With 3.
Was I in that?
No, Slash, you were far enough away that you don't take that.
Did Norman get a really cool penguin weapon, and the trade-off is that it hurts everybody else?
No. It's,
What the fuck?
It's part of my adapted subclass. We,
My secret is that I can kill my team.
My secret.
I
we can
respect
stay
Norman
now,
even less.
Luke. My
What's that?
so my subclass is the wild magic barbarian with a
Right.
little switch to it. So, but rather than
We just
when
flavored it a
I
little
enter
differently.
Rage, we made it
Wild.
when Pen turns into a sword.
Wild bird.
Oh.
Yeah.
That normally doesn't attack your friend, does it?
Well, it's just within anybody who's within 30
Normally.
feet of you.
Listen,
And unfortunately, despite
That's
being a
wild.
barbarian on this strength check, I rolled a natural one.
Damn it.
All right.
What do we get for those natural 20s?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't have
okay.
rolled.
yeah, honestly.
You can't even get the tip of the sword under the door.
Okay.
I'm coming.
I would say our-
I'll say, guys, we gotta figure out how to open it or just force it open.
All right, Laris, what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, this is a wild concept, but do any of you have explosives? of any kind.
No,
Yeah,
I don't keep those on me.
I have super cool secret explosives, but the trade-off is Norman takes damage.
Guys, we really need to stop joking and get this door open, please.
No,
Beat me
we
up
can't
all you
get-
want after.
If we can't get through the door using normal means, we need to cheat.
I agree.
All right.
Let me look at my spells.
All right. Wait, you casting something fun?
You said that the door is made out of
Stone.
Stone.
Mhm.
Never mind. Never mind.
All right. Are you doing anything else, or is that all?
Almost. I'm good, and we've established that the burnt, quote unquote, burnt side of the forest was made to be burnt. It wasn't like it used to be a forest and it was
Correct.
like broken or anything
Correct.
like that.
It was entirely manufactured that way.
Damn, I'm trying to be clever here and really kicking out all my ideas.
Well, I'm trying to be clever, and y'all
Right,
aren't reading my mind.
I'm dumb, okay?
All right, Laris, are you doing anything else?
I would say that Laris is. Are the rest of our friends still just frantically pulling branches?
Both Hiram and Patty are. Slash is off. He just chucked a branch, and Norman is trying to shove his sword that's twice as large as he is under a door.
Hey, cool. And the door opens this way, right?
The door opens up, so it's kind of like imagine a drawbridge, or what comes
Portcullis.
after a drawbridge. What are those things that?
Portcullis.
Yeah, that one.
That's
Star
why I
Wars
said the door
door.
goes.
Door goes boom.
Star Wars door.
Laris uses the Force. Haha, Star Wars reference. That's
Okay.
timely.
Everyone.
I'm-
Oh yes, Laris. Are you doing anything else?
yeah, I'm actually gonna do an action.
Okay.
I'm gonna help my my good buddy Norman fucking keep this door open.
Great. Before that happens, I need everyone to make. Or sorry, are you giving him the help action to give him advantage on the next turn, or are you trying to push up the door as well?
I'm going to give him advantage.
Okay.
Next time.
Great.
Because my strength is a -1.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Constitution saving throw as the room gets colder.
Don't forget your
That's
D4s, babies.
How long does that how long does that go on?
10 rounds.
A minute.
This is the
10
third time
rounds.
10 rounds.
We've only gone through
Okay,
one round
cool.
so far.
This is the
What?
third time I've rolled a nat 15.
Nice.
This is our second round.
17.
This is-
17.
Yes,
is
yeah,
the-
sorry. After this, I'm counting as the second round.
That's
12.
20.
I also
Hi.
rolled 15.
This is the end of your third round of
17.
initiative.
Yeah,
Yes.
but he cast it in the
I
first.
cast it after
Right.
the first round. though.
Correct.
After the first. Yeah.
All right.
So
17.
this after this, yeah.
Time we've benefited from Bless.
All right. Has anyone gotten less than what anyone had gotten before now?
I got a 21.
I got a 12.
17.
I got a 15.
I think 12 is your lowest, which is
12
me.
is the
He was
lowest.
faked when he said 12.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
some mental math. Patty instantly dies.
Ice Cube, like the caveman from Scooby Doo.
He's just frozen in a
Oh, there
giant
he
block
goes.
of ice.
He's gone.
Oh, he
Oh, wow. He
left.
died and
Died.
he DC'd.
He left. Rod, come back. You're screwing up the image.
When you die in the game, you die. in the game.
I'm a new
character
now.
All right.
My name's Vincent von Duffelberg.
Oh man.
All right.
Come on.
Everyone passes.
Oh.
It's like 30 degrees Fahrenheit now. So again, it's cold, but it's not actually destroying anyone. Patty, we are back to
It's
you.
like -1 Celsius for you Europeans.
Yeah, all of our European viewers.
I don't understand.
I'm dumb. I only know Imperial.
In exasperation, I'm going to run over to Norman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm gonna say, you incompetent dumbass, and I'm going to try to lever the sword myself.
Definitely
Okay.
thought you were going to attack me.
I really thought about
He
it.
did
Again.
with
Can I, like-
words.
Can I do that flinching thing at him?
Yeah.
That we all had
Yeah.
done to us by
Roll
bullies when we
roll
were in school?
intimidation.
Fuck yeah.
You don't have to roll for it. He's
Oh,
intimidated.
you just intimidated?
Yeah.
No, I want you to roll
That's
it.
great.
I want
I mean,
you to
roll
roll
for
it.
it.
I got an 8, so
An 8.
not that great.
The threshold was a natural 1. If you get above the natural 1,
just
you're
low.
good.
Well, thank you for if you helped Patrick, you hopefully wasted my low roll. So can I try
Yeah,
to
but
lever
you-
the sword now?
Yeah.
Okay, please don't be
If
bad.
I'm bracing myself against the sword as well, does that mean I immediately help Rod, or am I specifically helping Norman?
Good question. You gave Norman the help action, so that'll be on his turn.
Okay.
I mean, if Patty figures it out, great. Then
I got a 14.
14. So you also try and shove the sword in the gap between the door and the floor, and it is a very heavy door. You can't. You kind of like get it in the crack a little bit, but you're unable to actually move the door at all. Slash, we're back to you.
Cool. He's still trying to figure out why they made this destruction
Okay.
thing.
Mhm.
So, with that in mind, he's probably gonna just try to look around and perceive. I think he's kind of looking for the source of the cold at this point. Like thinking like there's gotta it's all.
Mhm.
He's just trying to. He doesn't understand what's going on, so he's got to find the source.
Okay. You can do either perception or survival in that case if you're looking for source of cold.
Either way, it's the same.
There you go.
Same. There we go. That's a 25.
A 25. All right. So you said you're looking around in the like destruction area, the barren, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah, it's like he's right on the edge between. It's sort of a. He's trying to figure out what the difference is, why it was like. He's hopping between things, like looking around, seeing the source of. Basically, our only clue is that there is half devastation and half lush.
Mhm.
So there's got to be a reason for that. He doesn't know why, but he just feels there has to be a reason. And he's looking for cracks in the walls, he's just kind of looking around, looking for sources of cold, looking for differences. He's playing spot the difference. He's playing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
looking.
With a 25, was that perception or survival?
Perception.
Okay. You're looking around. You, even with a 25 to perception, there is no source of the cold. There's no one spot in the room that is colder than any place else in the room. There's not like, an AC unit where the spot right in front of there is going to be colder because that's where it's coming from.
that would be so convenient.
Is that right?
Be too convenient. As you walk around this room, you take note of that, and that there isn't a source of where this cold is coming from. As you look around this barren side, you see that it's, there are similarities to the other side. It is nature, but just a different side of nature. The hollowed out logs that are fallen over, the kind of like mangled bushes that are around, things like that. You see that those are similar to what is growing on the other side, but it doesn't nothing is specifically where cold is coming from, and more importantly, you don't see a lever that smells like food.
Fair enough. Is there any animal life in here? Or is it all plant life?
All plant life. And you'd see that on a 25 to perception as well.
Sure.
Are you doing anything else, Slash, or are we moving on?
I think I've taken my action, but I'm gonna say life and death. Life and death.
Slash, we can't kill anyone to open the door. That's not how it works.
Life and death.
Norman's getting pretty fucking close.
We could kill Norman.
No, please.
No one is killing Norman.
All right, Hiram, you're up.
I love you, Hiram.
You are great as well. I would like to see,
You are a good friend.
is there any... So the sides are roughly symmetrical or exactly symmetrical? Like where there is a tree on the alive side, is there a stump on the other side equidistant?
It's not a symmetrical room by any means. It's as if there was a naturescape in here, but half of it got destroyed, but you know that's not what happened. Like, I don't want to lead you down the wrong path by saying that, but it's not like there are two trees exactly the same distance apart from the center. It's not that. There is, the big tree that you guys are looking at on one side and a stump on the other side with a fallen, log next to it, but they're not, exactly symmetrical. There's no correlation between them other than the fact that they're both trees and they're both in this room. And you get that just by looking at it.
Okay. Could I do and it's not gradual. It's one side is made to look alive, and then there's a line, and the other side is decayed.
Correct.
Could I do a perception check to see? You say it's not an exact mirror. Could I do a perception check or something to see if there is any one particular thing that is mirrored?
Sure.
On one side or the other?
Yeah, roll it.
Then this is what I shall do. Holy smokies, that is a dirty 20.
Wow. Okay. With that, you're looking around. You see that again, nothing is exactly symmetrical. There aren't, it's not like you're pulling out a measuring tape and measuring, from each side to the other. There are similar things about them both, but there is nothing that is exactly symmetrical or out of the ordinary about one specific thing that you notice.
Okay. Then I will do my last scan of those, and then as a benefit of my subclass, I can take the help action as a bonus action.
Okay.
So if that was my action, I will look over everything and go, fuck it, and then I'll run over and use my bonus action to help Patty with the sword in the door.
Okay. Sure. Norman, we are back to you. Are you gonna take the sword from Patty, or are you going to try something else?
I think since Laris is helping me get the door open, I'm going to try to use the little bit that Patty was able to get the sword under, as well as Laris's help, to just put all of my 250 pounds, 3'2" of force into it.
I don't forget the image that there's just four of us just hanging on this sword while Slash is walking around.
So here we go.
Yeah, roll it again.
Rolling with advantage.
With advantage.
22.
22. So you are shoving this down there. You get the sword like inside the crack a little more.
Oh yeah.
It's this. I mean, the door is massive. With
spit in the crack to help it slide in a little easier.
Fucking huge.
Get a little spit in there.
Thank you for watching Paradise this week.
We're playing Among Us next week.
No. Okay. You put it in there. Again, it's the sword gets further into that gap each time you push. But even like with all of your strength, you're still not able to wedge the door up. In fact, you can see the sword just kind of giving a little bit.
Ben, no. I'll pull him out.
Okay. Laris, you doing anything?
Fucking hell, man. One aside I would like to say is I know that Hiram has basically been speaking his actions in character voice. So I'm just imagining that Hiram is just kind of speaking to God.
Narrating.
Like, what did
In
you
this
do?
part of my subclass,
It is called the method.
What
Yeah.
are you doing? Does anyone realize this?
I do not do well in pressure situations.
What are you talking about, Laris? I'm a little focused on this door.
Breaking Ben.
Breaking pen.
So the sword was Pen's beak.
Yeah.
Pen turned into the sword, pretty much.
That's a big pecker.
All right, Laris, are you doing anything?
A great pecker.
What was the last thing we figured out is that this is a room
Oh yeah.
of life and death. I'm trying to remember what was said during one of the last times we kind of tried to investigate the room that we'll probably be in for the rest of the session.
We learned that when Slash pulled off the tree branch, it didn't look like a normal tear off the tree branch. We learned that...
All been fabricated.
Yeah, we learned that the door goes up. We didn't see any levers or anything on the walls or in the tree branches.
Laris?
I'm thinking.
All right.
I'm thinking.
No, I'm making sure.
Is it possible to delay my turn?
You can hold your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action. I'm still trying to think.
Okay. What are you holding it until after someone else does something?
Actually, fuck. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. I know that's a very simple thing to do.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
do it.
fucking
See, yeah.
plebeian move.
Nerd.
I'm gonna cast it.
Yep.
It's a 30-foot radius. I'm gonna cast it near the door.
Okay. Can you put it in the chat?
Yes. I think it's on my character sheet.
You just you don't have this spell prepared. You're just trying to cast it anyway.
I mean, listen, it's not in my character sheet because when I first
Got you.
Laris, I didn't know that druids got all of the magic, so I chose specific things here. Let me do this real quick. Let me do
There
this.
you go.
I've got this. Did it already get put in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod just copied and pasted. Perfect. Look, there it is again. So
The spell can penetrate most barriers.
ooh.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Stop it, Rod.
Don't stop that, Rod.
What am I gonna do with you?
Stop it now.
Stop it. No, you actually stop it.
We're having such a bad time.
There
We're
you
stuck
go.
in the hall.
So in
Sing my
with this,
balls.
Laris, you can see the faint outline of magic around Slash's staff with the rock at the top, and let's
Round 10.
And
Pen is more mechanical than magical. He's got a little bit of magic in him because he can talk.
We all have a little bit of magic in us.
Aww.
Magic of song.
And
trying to get out of the door.
Okay,
We're
that's
stuck in this
all of the
room.
magic that you notice in this room.
All right, cool. So we're gonna die in here. We're all gonna.
Wait, so the
sleep.
cold isn't magic?
It's cold.
Ain't no cold magic right down in here, no boy. This be Laris' real voice, no.
All right, everyone make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
20. Fuck you.
Jeez, I'm rolling so well.
For me,
What was it?
2-0, dirty.
18.
17.
With a nat 20, Lars turns into a symbol of heat, and everyone huddles around him.
Unfortunately, it was a saving throw.
I think both Wes and Laris have delusions of grandeur.
Yep.
You guys can feel it getting colder in this room, but once again, it is, it's not bad enough that you can't handle it. Patty, back to you.
Thanks, Pat.
I give him the help action, so if he does
Happening
something,
in your neck of the woods.
advantage.
So I heard Slash muttering about life and death.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go. I'm going to shout. I'm going to go. Follow me, you stupid bastards! I'm going to grab Pen. His Pen's not alive. I'm going to throw Pen onto the dead side of the forest, and I'm going to run into the live side of the forest and try to bring everybody with me.
Okay.
Okay.
So you run over to the live side of the forest. You check Pen over to the barren side. Slash, you are currently
Pen, be safe.
You're currently on the barren side. Are you listening to Patty and running over to the live side, or are you staying on the barren side?
I will grab the branch
Okay.
that I threw over there
Mm-hmm.
and then go over, I guess.
I'm
Okay.
sorry if this is super wrong, everybody.
Are you
I mean,
Slash?
but
You
we're
can.
stabbing in the dark.
You know what? We're doing anything.
Slash, that's your
Guesses.
movement. If you want to do something else, you still can.
Yeah. I'm a little lost at this point. I'm not getting the information I need. Okay. Life and death. Hold on. Let me check my spells.
Oh no! Twitch stream can't see our chat, so they don't know why I'm laughing.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
We're planning. We're coming up with ideas.
I can't see the chat either.
I can't say a lot of it's planning.
There's some serious planning in there.
It's all...
There's more serious penning than there is serious planning.
Stop it.
We're
Stop
planning.
it, all of you. Slash, are you doing anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do
Mhm.
is, as I get over there, I'm going to point out my staff towards the dead side,
Mm-hmm.
and a little black energy will shoot out of it, shaping into a bell, and about, well, how wide is the the room?
The room, how wide?
Yeah.
It's about like 40, 45 feet. Let's say 40 feet wide, and about 60 feet long.
Okay, so about 10 feet into the dead side,
Mhm.
a little bell will ring,
Okay.
and I'll cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. Can you throw that in the chat for me?
No. Roll 20 is not working for me today.
Okay.
I'm on the loading screen, and I've been on the loading screen the whole time.
I got
It
you.
just will not. It will not load.
Okay.
So I apologize.
Check one sec.
It's
Rod.
mainly, I mean, it's both for me and for the viewers because that's the one thing they can see.
Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful
Sorry.
face.
I really wish. For some reason, I've tried like refreshing it. I've tried shutting down the whole site and loading it up again. It just doesn't want to load for me today.
All right.
I don't know what's
I
going
put
on.
it in the Roll20 chat.
Great. Yeah. Thank you, Rod. So you point it just into the air.
Yeah.
The target is a creature.
Yeah.
Um.
I got nothing else. I am tolling the dead and seeing what happens.
Okay.
It is okay if nothing happened.
Yeah. You reach out, not aimed particularly at anything. The tendrils come out of your staff they form into a bell. The bell rings very loudly, but nothing happens because of it.
That's okay. I'm literally trying. That's all I can do.
All right. Teufel.
Yes.
Where?
I'll move to the live side as Patty had indicated.
Okay. Are you doing anything over there?
Could I just think hard about the symbolism at hand and the
Yeah.
the
Give me a
structure
think
of this
hard
room,
roll.
and can I do an insight roll for that?
Yeah. Give me
Okay,
insight.
cool. This is what I will do then. Of course, the one bad roll I have all night long. That is a 5.
A 5 on insight. You try to remember, anything you've learned at the school. You haven't.
I'm taking a class.
Yeah, it's kind of been mostly nonsense. And what were you were trying to just think
Just
about
figure it out, because I was trying to figure it out as a game mechanic, because the person Riley is too stupid. So I was trying to.
So hopefully Hiram has a better
Yes.
roll than Riley does. Yeah, but unfortunately Hiram got a 5. So I mean that's pretty much what you can figure out in terms of like symbolism. Like you're trying to learn, like think about anything that's happened like at the school, or you like anything you've been taught. But you're drawing a blank right now.
I'll stay on the left side and keep my fingers crossed.
Okay. Norman?
I have 2 questions. One is, in the archway that the door is in, how much space is there between like the ceiling of the room and the top of the archway, or the top of the doorway, whatever?
A foot, not a whole lot.
Okay. Though I guess we aren't we're in the basement of the school, so presumably there's
You're
like, some
below the
class.
basement of the school.
Okay.
You went to the basement, and then when you went
And
through
we
the
went down
magic wall,
further.
there was a
Okay.
staircase leading down further.
So like presumably there's like basement or like ground in between the room that we're in and the bottom of the school.
Correct.
Okay. And what is on the like what kind of ground surface is it? Is it like at the foot of the door? Is it just half barren ash ground and half ground with grass in it?
Yeah, it's leading right up to the door is the barren dirt ashy side, and then the green grassy side.
Okay. I'm going to come to the grassy side per Patty's request. But then I'm going to just start digging on the living side under the door.
Okay. Great.
Since it's grass and dirt
Yeah.
there.
Are you using your hands for that? You have a shovel?
I will use hands, and what else do I have? maybe my like hand axes just to kind of get into the dirt a little more.
Okay.
With a little more, like in the same way that a hand axe is kind of shovel shaped, just like
Sure.
just to get less surface area.
Can you give
going
me
down.
an attack roll for that to give me like a number for it?
Sure. Cool. Rolled off. Sorry. Put my hand there. 17.
Okay. Sure. Roll damage on the ground.
Okay. With my hand axe is
Mhm.
Oh, we can't get in this room. We're gonna kill the ground.
7 damage.
Okay, sure. So you start clobbering away with your hand axes at the dirt and on the grassy side near the door. And
Oh yeah, wait. Actually, hand axes are light weapons, right? So can I bonus action attack it too?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, it's a 10. Does that hit the ground?
It hits the ground.
Do I get to roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
Okay. So you're
7
like
and 4 together.
you're digging a little hole with your hand axes. You're not making a tunnel yet, but you're making progress.
Okay. Cool.
And all right, next up is Laris. What are you doing?
Oh, I guess one question with that:
Mhm.
am I able to see like the bottom of the slab if it goes down
Not
into
yet.
the earth, or if
Not
okay.
with 11.
Got it.
Laris?
Lars is gonna walk over to the dead side, actually,
Okay.
and he's gonna say, "Does anyone? You guys have healing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I want one of you to punch me in the face as hard as you possibly can."
You stand here first.
Then I'm gonna use my second action,
Your
which I would
second.
normally.
You-
Well, I mean, I could just have my second action be another move action.
Sure.
Oh, I see. He's using his action.
Yeah.
I'm moving twice.
Sure. Yeah, you can move.
And I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm walking to the left side, but if it doesn't work, someone's gonna have to hit me.
Okay.
So then I walk over to the live side.
Okay. So you are all now on the live, growing, naturey side. First, can everyone make a Constitution saving throw?
We sure can, Mr. Bossman.
That's a dirty 20.
Ooh,
Oh fuck! I have to roll a d4 still, right?
You don't have to.
That's 23, like
Okay.
the Jim Carrey.
11.
All right.
I rolled an
21, like that movie with the guy from across the universe. I can't remember his name.
All right. So
Josh Gad was in that.
Slash got an 8.
8. Yeah, I also got an 8.
all right.
No.
Let's see.
8, like
Do they die?
Slash, Norman, and Hiram. Hiram, you got
11.
11. All of you take 3 points of cold damage.
Oh, shit.
You guys didn't add the d4, did you?
I
I
did.
did.
I got the 7
Oh,
plus
no.
4.
I rolled a 3. Plus a 3.
Sorry.
Plus 2.
I tried, guys.
Another 11% is gone.
Hey, it's okay. I appreciate what.
All right, we are back up to Patty. Everyone is on the living side of the room. What's your plan now?
Did it work?
Your plan worked. Everyone is on the living side of the room except for Penn, who has been flung on the other side, the barren side.
That was my whole plan. Okay, I grab. No, fuck it. I'm going. Hang on.
I think the boss fight
Okay,
of this
so-
campaign is just going to be a huge door.
It seriously
I'm
is.
predicting it.
Doors
Door
are
on
the fucking
door.
enemy.
Door.
We've faced
Yes.
a couple doors so far, and we have failed to get through every single one of them.
No, we got through one of them. It is
Yeah,
just the one behind
okay.
it. There was a...
And we almost killed our goblin. Like,
Come
let's-
on,
let's-
baby, light my fire. The doors, get it?
All right.
It's the doors. That's not a hint. Don't light more fire.
Here's what I would like to do.
Yes.
I am going to walk over to the dead side.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Laris and very meaningfully. I'm gonna take out my knife. Now this isn't like a big knife. This is I have a wood carver's tools, and that consists of a knife among some other things.
All right. It's like a pocket
I'm
knife.
gonna be a dumbass and cut my palm. Yeah, it's like a pocket knife. I'm gonna cut my palm. That's what dumbasses do. It doesn't really fucking work. I'm going to poke my thumb
Okay,
with
he's
the knife
stabbing.
and put
I
it
thought he was
into the barren ground.
I thought he was just gonna shake.
With a quick prayer to Baronar True Silver.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm looking at Laris the whole time. It's kind of kinky. Like a little kinky.
Make an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
Just to stare down Laris as you're doing this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I got a 23.
Laris
Fucking
is
hot.
Laris is aroused.
He's very
Yeah.
wet. Okay. So, as you do, what do you say to your Baroness True Silver?
No, it's Baronar is her name.
Oh, Baronar True Silver.
She's a goddess.
Baroness.
God, learn the lore, Luke. God. Hope someone got fired for that. I say, dear Baronar True Silver, it's me, your boy. Please let this work so we don't all die from the cold. And I put my little bleeding thumb into the ground. Barren ground.
Okay. And she is married to a baron, right?
Yes. Yes. She's married to a baron.
You hear okay, you said learn the lore. Is this someone that would speak back to you?
It's my goddess. I didn't make any assumptions in my backstory as to that because I don't want to determine your world. But theoretically, like, yes, she could.
Okay.
Become a paladin.
She speaks back to you, and she goes, Patty, why are you cutting your thumb open? Use what you've learned, Patty. Use what you learned.
Listen to a dead bird man.
As her voice fades from your ear.
Wait, really quick. I have a second question. What do you have, like a noblewoman's title, and what would it be?
I'm actually a baroness.
Oh, I guess if somebody called you that, they'd be right then.
They'd be totally in the right.
Oh, they'd be 100% correct.
They would. You should, don't give them any grief about that, but instead give them grief for this accent that they're doing.
So, just while I've got you, what have I learned?
Yeah, use what you've learned, Patty.
No, what?
Use what you've learned.
That's what I don't know what I've learned.
Right, while I have you here, what weighs more, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
Obviously, a kilogram of steel, you daft.
Steel's heavier than feathers. All right.
No, guys, the question was a kilogram of this and a kilogram of that. It's the same amount of mass.
All right,
They weigh the same.
Patty, are you doing anything else after?
A kilogram of this, a kilogram of this, a kilogram of that.
Objectively, objectively, a kilogram of feathers weighs exactly more because there's also the emotional weight of having to kill all of those birds.
There you go. Says,
Guys,
thus
I'm just
saith
trying to open the door,
Laris.
please.
Patty, are you doing anything else this
okay.
initiative turn?
Yes, Father, I am. So I look at everybody and I go, okay, two things. One, my goddess just like spoke to me and I'm freaking out. Two, she said, use what you learned, but I haven't been paying attention in class. What have we learned? That wasn't rhetorical.
Anyone answering, or are we just skipping to Slash?
I learned how to shoot a bow.
Professor Donk told us not to stick our dicks in a tree.
Maybe
that wasn't Donk, that was Lug.
Tree
Oh,
sap
Lug,
makes
my
a really good sound.
Okay, well, Norman, you stick your dick in a tree. Everybody else will think of better ideas.
He said not to. He said not to.
Yeah, well, we're shooting
digging.
in the wind here.
Come dig with me.
All right, Slash, we are to you. What are you doing?
What are the little things that Lug has said to us? Because this is Lug's place.
Yeah, you should write it down, fucker.
You can hide under a tree when it's raining. You shouldn't stick your dick in the hole in a tree.
Pine
Stick things together with pine sap. You can disguise yourself with leaves.
Maybe we should stick a branch onto the tree with pine sap. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put my dick in a tree next turn.
Okay.
It'll just be kind of small, but shrinkage. Okay.
Slash, if you want to give me insight, I'll let you roll for it. Since
I
you're
will absolutely roll fucking insight.
Remember when I made a joke earlier that we'd spend the entire session in this one fucking...
Yeah, no. That was never a joke.
we've got an hour. What was it?
About an hour to beat the game.
We still have an hour.
Slash, what is it?
Let me hear it, baby.
Give me it.
28.
28. All right, so
Do you remember everything Rankin said?
Slash just sits in the corner and he is trying to think about everything that has connected with him. Slash thought he was getting the most out of the cleric class, but it turns out he got the most out of Lug's just passive comments that he mentioned every now and then. Let's see here. You remember, you can hear Lug's voice in your head saying, boys, don't stick your dinger in the knob of a tree. You can hide under a tree if it's raining. The artifice leaf can actually be used as a sieve. You can use a hollowed out log as a sleeping bag if it's cold. And these memories come flooding back to you of Lug's survival wisdom.
I'm going to go find the hollowed out log.
Okay.
That you talked about and crawl into it.
Okay. Inside you see a lever.
Fuck up! No!
This is a joke, isn't it?
Is this a bit?
Should I make him roll perception? Nope, he sees it. There's a lever in there.
This
is what fucking happens when a DM is like, you don't like my character enough, so I'm going to make you remember a quote he said once.
This took all session. And all
I take my woodcarver's knife and I slowly raise it to my jugular.
Fucking Laris takes out the gun he had the whole time.
Slash, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to sleep.
All right.
Slash doesn't even know what a lever is. Slash doesn't know what a lever is.
Teufel, you're up.
What happened to me? I made my mistake. I will,
Slash, have some inspiration.
Something is, for some reason, I feel compelled to go see what Slash is doing inside of that log. I think I'll just go have a little.
No.
I think I'll just go have a little peeky poo inside of this log from the other side to make sure that I can, if there were something in front of his face, I could reach it.
Stick your pecker in a tree.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, you see the lever inside the hollowed out log.
Well, that's very nice. I fucking pull it.
As you pull it, the cold in the room dissipates, and those of you who were literally taking damage from how cold it was are back to normal. It's a normal room temperature in here. The door remains closed.
No!
I stick my dick in a tree.
We are at Norman. We're at Norman. Actually, I guess
Norman, stick your dick in a tree.
All right, Norman, what are you doing?
Am I aware of what's happened with the
Give me
the
what's your passive perception?
lever?
I'm gonna cry.
10.
All right. You would have noticed the room, since you are one of the people who took damage because of how cold it was. You would notice that it's not as cold anymore, and you'll notice that happened when Hiram. He's like, you can see his back half just hanging out of the end of a log when he kind of jumped in there to pull the lever.
What are you doing back
What'd
there?
you do? How'd you stop the cold?
There was a lever inside of this log.
What?
What?
There was a lever in the log?
Yes.
Why was it there?
I do not know this.
The same freak out and anger that I experienced earlier washes over Laris. He has that same exact thing where he starts to throw shit and scream fuck.
Norman, are you doing anything?
Hiram, how did you know to look for the lever in the log?
I was just checking on Slash. He crawled in here and is asleep now.
God told him.
Slash is in there?
Yes, I think he is hibernating. He will wake up.
Norman's gonna go over to Slash because he has some sort of...
Norman is going to
prior
get
knowledge
this
of the
information
rest of us.
organically. All right, so you go over to Slash. What do you say?
I see. Slash, how'd you figure out the lever was in here?
Said, hollow log, good place to sleep.
Just in general.
Has Lug been telling us all of the answers all along? Okay, guys, what else did Lug tell us? Did he tell us how to open doors?
Something about sticking your pecker in a tree. I wish somebody would listen to
Good
me.
sieve.
No, he told us not to do that.
We've made good sieve.
What's above the board? What's a sieve again?
It's
Salve
like if you
in
put
a-
sand for you to find gold.
No, it's not a sieve. It's a salve.
Oh, salve. You said sieve.
Did I say sieve? I meant to say salve.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It sounds like what you put sand through to find gold. Or like what you
Game
put
made
your
by
pecker
Sid
in.
Meier's.
Or would you put your
Very
pecker
fun.
in? You gotta fucking treat him, my
Well-
boy.
That doesn't sound a lot like well, I mean, maybe we should try and just, because I guess hollowed out logs aren't related to livers. Maybe we should just try to do all of the things that he said to do, and do none of the things that he said not to do, like stick our peckers in trees.
Did somebody say stick your pecker in a tree?
Norman did, yes. Norman
No.
said
Okay. Can I look for any sort of sap? Tree sap?
Yeah. There's sap on the tree. The tree that stands in the room.
Okay.
I am
Can
walking.
I try and collect it until there's none left to collect?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
I walk over to the tree while he's doing that, and I say, "Don't look," and I unzip,
Okay.
and put it inside.
Okay.
Got that zippered chainmail.
There is a zipper chain.
When you put your dick in, there's a button and it goes click and the door opens.
There is a knot in the tree that is at waist height for a human. Unfortunately, that's too tall for Patty to get his dinger to. But if you want to try and like climb up the tree a little, you can. But before we do that, we got Laris.
All right, that's fine.
Oh God. What were his other creeds besides
I'm ready to roll.
PP?
Stand under a tree when it's raining.
It's not raining right now.
Put your pecker in the tree.
I'm not gonna fuck.
You can use leaves for camouflage. Was one.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
The one about the salve.
First
forget
thing I
what the
did,
plan
and
already.
you asked about the plants, and I didn't have the nature to do it. Okay, cool. Fucking hell.
Yeah, fuck this puzzle.
I'm going to take my pecker in a tree.
All right, Laris, are you doing anything? Or are you letting everyone else handle it?
Yeah, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, I can't believe I'm doing this. Fuck it. I'm gonna pick up Patty.
Now, Patty, you have a grapple readied when people pick you up.
Oh, I'm gonna try to fucking put him at dick level.
No, I'm on board with this.
All right.
I'm 100% on board
Patty,
with
we
this.
are to you in the initiative order. What are you doing?
I pee in the tree.
Some like drips onto Laris's head.
Wait,
Alright, cool. We're at that part of the adventure where we're pissing on each other.
I thought he picked me up from behind.
Yeah, like this.
Like Simba.
Yeah,
Simba
and you're
did.
like dripping down onto him.
Apparently, Patty doesn't have the best aim peeing
Jesus,
through his
we're
radar.
Yeah.
backwards.
It is a small target. Let's be honest.
Patty has a massive.
Best case scenario, you're dealing with some splashback.
All right, yeah,
Exactly.
That's fair. Okay, so I pee into the tree.
You
We get a
pee-
little splashback.
All right, great. You pee into the tree. Are you doing anything else?
Some slashback.
You successfully peed on the
no.
tree, by the way.
So did I pee? Did I make it into the hole?
Sure.
Into the?
Why
Wait.
not?
No, I'm satisfied.
Okay, Slash.
I can die happy.
What happens?
There's
What
pee on the tree.
Yeah. Just,
Laris, your face gets a little wet.
I'm wearing a mask. So you're fine.
You said you haven't been wearing the mask this whole time.
Shut up. I'm retconning it.
All right, Slash, what are you doing?
But Norman pulled me out of got me out of the log. So, kind of having realized that the cold got down, I'm gonna go back towards where I was looking for melons
Mm-hmm.
and start looking through the leaves that are probably camouflaging something.
Okay, give me investigation.
No, that's a bad thing.
Slash is so smart, even though he's not smart.
It's
It's pure instinct.
He's
is what it
wise.
listen. In reality, Slash is carrying the team while the rest of us piss on trees.
is. That's a 9.
A 9. You kick around in some leaves. Are you like on your hands and knees searching for stuff?
Yep.
As you are rubbing your hands through the leaves,
It's gonna find lug.
you regain 3 hit points by rubbing your hands
does it sound-
through the arnifice leaf.
Nice.
All right, Hiram, what's
Yes,
up?
So I see Norman collecting this sap. Is there anything that is besides the branch that we ripped off? Is there anything when we entered that was obviously broken into 2 pieces or more pieces, perhaps?
No, but the branch that Slash had, you remember, had the end that wasn't exactly like the end of a branch.
Could you describe that to me one more time?
Yeah, the end of a branch, instead of like, if you had like sawn through a branch, it would have like a rough mangled edge. If you had like broken it off, it would be like splintered a bit. This, it has like a nice round over, and it's very whole.
Like a
Can I find a matching end?
Tree guys.
Does it look like it? Does it look like the size of it matches up with the knot on the tree?
Yeah, it does.
Can I?
Hiram, do you want this sap that I collected?
Yes, please. I grab a globe of the sap, stick it on the thing, and stick it on there.
As Teufel or Hiram sticks the because he's the one that's tall enough to reach it. As he sticks the branch with the sap on it in the tree, as he lets go, the branch stays there because of the sap that's stuck on it, and you hear a low rumble as
my
the door
gosh.
starts to
So
recede
mad
into
right now.
the ceiling.
I did it. I peed on
and-
the tree and it worked.
And from the
Good job,
other
Patty.
side, you hear and also a low
30 Tarasques spring forth.
Laris leaves. Uh,
Everyone walks right back out.
So mad right now.
All right.
Serac walks out and is like, "Yeah, what's up, Doc?"
On the other side of this door is pitch blackness. How many of you have any sort of dark vision?
I do.
I think everyone but me.
Everyone but Hiram. All right. So
I fling, baby.
all right. So those of you who have dark vision can see into the room and can see a pedestal in the middle with an object on top of it with some sort of like dark swooshing happening around it. Teufel, you see pure inky blackness.
Guys, I think this is one part of the orb. I mean, we probably could have guessed that, but
I now very confident in my faith. I pray again to Baronar True Silver.
Baroness
Baronar True Silver. And I use my divine sense.
All right.
Is that how I do this? Ooh, I put it in chat. I didn't know I could do that.
There you go.
okay.
Never did that.
Great. You let me see real quick.
So I'm using an action to detect evil forces. I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me. That is not behind total cover.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the presence of strong evil is registering on your senses, and there is a huge sense of very strong evil coming from the whooshing around the artifact on the pillar or on the podium.
Is it
And
a
it's
celestial fiend or undead?
It is a fiend.
You have to tell me.
Several fiends.
Oh.
How many?
I relay this information to everybody else.
okay.
Very frightened.
Don't pull out your monster manual. Don't pull out your monster manual.
I'm checking
Put that
one
shit
thing.
away.
I'm checking one thing.
Boo.
No.
Boo.
Put it away. Put it away.
Patty, how many fiends are there?
It's not what I'm
Wait,
terrified.
how many fiends are there?
I don't think you know the number of them, just that they are there.
It says you know any of them.
It should ping them.
Well, the thing is, it's a swirling mass that happens around.
Oh, it's a conglomerate.
Yeah.
Businesses are people too.
There are several of them. We'll put it that way.
I can also detect the presence of any place that's consecrated or desecrated, like with the Hallow spell. Do I sense that with
The knot in the tree is definitely desecrated.
The knot in the tree
You
has
thought of
been
that.
desecrated by you. But other than that, no.
Okay.
This is completely like I don't know why I'm gonna do this. But Laris is gonna like literally walk into the room and then clap his hands together. And cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you, and this is me walking into the room and just boom, boom.
Okay.
Must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
All right. Perfect. Got to make some con saves. Let's go.
I run away a little bit.
I mean, I walked into the room, so you guys should be fine.
You're 15
Did this-
feet into the
did this
room.
begin initiative, or are we?
Are you 15 feet into the
Thunder
room,
wave,
Lars?
So it doesn't have to be. To be clear, the 15-foot cube goes outward from him at any point is the origin, so he can put it in front of him and to the side. He's not the center of the cube. He's the.
It's
point of
originating
origin.
from you, is what it says.
Yeah, I think it's like a 15-foot cube that follows around me.
So it's like
Yeah.
like 15 feet, not like 15 feet.
Oh, okay. So even still, if it was 15 feet in front of you, are you walking so you are 15 feet away from these beings?
I'm walking in so that, because basically, like, is it door, hallway, room, or is it door, room?
The door opens up to the room, but the podium is in the middle of the room, and the dark, now that you know, fiends that are swirling around the orb are into the room quite a bit. So you'll have to walk into the room quite a bit in order to get there.
I don't trust you. So I'm still gonna be safe and walk not super far into the room, but about 5 feet into the room, and then bow.
Okay.
If I get hurt, I get hurt. Fuck it.
Okay. 5 feet into the room. You have dark vision, correct?
I do.
Walking 5 feet into the room doesn't get you within 15 feet of the podium. Do you still do that, or you walk closer?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna rescind my thunderclap.
Okay.
But I am still gonna walk about 5 feet into the room, turn to the rest of the group, and say,
Well, let's get going.
Is anyone else going in with him, or?
I'll join. Yeah.
Did we drop out of initiative, or?
I mean, in practice, yes. In reality, no.
Okay.
Laris, could you relight that torch? I cannot see very well.
Yeah, I have 10 torches. This is a question for DM, man. That torch that I lit earlier, do I lose that? Like, is that torch expended?
I mean, you've burnt it. If you have another way, if you can light it again, if you found a way to put it out, then sure, you can relight it again since you didn't have it lit for very long.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna relight the torch, and I'm going to like hand it off.
Okay, great. Perfect. So now Hiram is holding the torch. Do you take it from him, Hiram?
I will. Can I, if I take it, can I gingerly toss it towards the center of the room so that it does not go up, but just so that it rests on the floor, casting light?
Yeah.
It burned for a while.
I will.
do it then.
Yeah. Upon further questioning, when he lit it before, he only really held it up there for a second or two, just to see what it would do. He didn't keep it there even around. So yeah, no, I'll allow that. But what is going to happen is we are going to jump back into initiative at this point. I rolled initiative for these baddies. And so we will begin with Laris stepping into the room. This dark black being with giant black wings kind of flies at you and attacks you. It's got giant, big old black claws, and it's going to try and tear into you. Laris, what is your AC?
My AC is 14.
All right, and it misses. So there you go. Perfect. Let me just real quick. All right. Patty, that's you.
I'm terrified. So I don't move.
So you're
That's
just
it. It's my turn.
all right. Pat, so you're just like
Maybe
standing
we should turn around and run.
in the doorway. Okay, next is Slash.
I will walk by and go, it's okay. My omen to eat, and start walking towards it.
Okay.
I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Has it loaded yet? No. Your 20 has not loaded.
Rod, do you want to throw that in chat for me?
Spiritual weapon. Yes. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot his thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
still not working. Ooh.
One.
When did I? Oh, it
Sec.
has aid. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action.
Okay.
It will what will happen is a long tentacle will appear above the podium
Mm-hmm.
and whip out and attack the demon, the fiend, or whatever it is.
Okay. Is this so? There are several. One. The one came out to attack Laris.
Whichever is closest to the podium.
Okay. Great.
Bless works on attacks, right? It adds to the attacks?
Yes.
I believe so.
Bless. Yeah.
Yeah, Bless's attack and saving throws.
And we're still running it.
Mm-hmm.
Let you
This
know it's
isn't the
gone.
monster
Nice.
manual for the record.
Nice. That is a 27 to hit.
27 hits. Roll damage for that.
It will be...
1d8 plus your spell casting modifier.
Yep. That will be nice. That will be the 12 force damage.
Mm-hmm. All right. 12 total force damage. All right.
Yeah. And that was my bonus action.
Is it a bonus action to cast or just a bonus action to move?
It's a bonus action to cast.
Okay.
Cast, yeah.
Yeah, spiritual weapon's great.
Yeah.
You can attack and move on your bonus action with the weapon. And then I will point my staff at the demon that is attacking
Laris.
Laris, and an eldritch blast will shoot out of
Okay.
the staff.
All right. Can you make that roll?
Heck yeah.
That was not as good. 9 plus 4, 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Nice. That'll be a D10.
All right.
Max damage. That'll
Max.
be 10.
Okay.
That'll be 10 force damage.
10.
As a black energy reaches out, shoots out of the staff, and smacks the demon upside the face.
All right.
And that will be Slash's turn as he goes to eat the bad omen.
All right. Hiram, we are over to you.
Grab one of the colored bottles off of myself, rip the cork out and down it really quickly. Then I will, let's see, how far away am I from Laris and the demon assailing him?
5 feet. He said he's 5 feet from the door. I'm assuming you were at the door as it was opening?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I will... So a torch sheds bright light for 20 feet and dim light for 20 feet. Is there any part of the room that is not illuminated?
Let's see. Just the bit behind the podium where it's like a shadow is being cast, but otherwise, it's at least dim light in the room.
And are either of the other monsters in the area of that behind the podium area?
So the other monsters are swirling around the podium.
All right. In that case, I will make sure that I am at least 10 feet away from Laris, and I will reach under my coat, and I will pull out a dagger in each hand, and I will throw both of them at the demon assailing my friend Laris.
Okay. Sure. Roll it.
All right. The first one is a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Alright, because he is engaged with my friend Laris, I would like to take my sneak attack damage
Great.
on this one. And so this is a total of 12 damage,
12 damage. All right.
all things considered. The second dagger is going to be only a 9 to hit.
That's gonna miss. So that's gonna.
Alright.
It's gonna go right through him.
And after that, I will move along the side of the wall, so I'm not visible to those in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
And I will roll a stealth check for that, as the rules dictate.
Yes.
And that is a 20.
Okay, great. Hey Wes, real quick, can you look into your spell sheet and tell me how long Pass Without Trace lasts? Because I think it's 24 hours.
I
No.
believe.
Is it? Or sorry, an hour at
I think
least.
it might
Yeah,
be an
I
hour.
believe
Now.
It's an hour.
it is.
Okay,
We
never
spent
mind.
an hour and a half getting through the door.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. You spent a long time in that room.
It's an hour.
Well, technically, we actually spent. I know this sounds
Well, yeah, it's
crazy.
initiative.
We spent.
Oh yeah, it's like 30
30
seconds.
That is also true. But you did walk back from the other side of town. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's been more than an hour
It's
since
like
he,
the past. Yeah.
because he cast it before you even looked at the other school. So
So
you
I'm
spent
still like more 20.
Oh yeah.
you spent the time in the school and in the library and walking back. I'm gonna say it's been more than an hour. All right, but you still got a 20 to hide, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Next up is Norman.
Yeah, Norman, seeing his friend Laris getting attacked, will go and pick up Pen. We didn't really come up with this, Luke. Do you think he turned back into Penguin Pen
No,
when
he's-
he got
he's-
thrown, or is he still in Greatsword?
He got thrown. He's still a sword.
Okay, cool. So I will go pick up my rather unwieldy greatsword and kind of like pick it up, and like you see it like be a little out of control in the picking it up because it's a little big for Norman, and
Twice as
he'll
big as
swing
that.
with disadvantage
On
on
the one that's attacking Laris?
Yes, exactly. You're all sorry. So I got a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit.
All right, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Next up, you see all these wisping, this black, swirling mist erupts from the podium. Like they stop swirling around it, and each of them are going to come attack. If you give me 1 second.
Can I do a quick point of order, DM?
Yes.
I made a boo-boo. I should not have been able to use my bonus action to hide because I used it to do my offhand attack.
Okay.
So disregard that. I'm still around the wall, but I'm not
Okay.
especially hid in any particular way besides that.
Okay. Perfect. So these shadows are going to come out and just said what they are. They're shadows. They're going to come out and attack all of you who have stepped into the room. So that is going to be Hiram, Norman, Laris, and Slash, correct?
Slash is not in the room.
You are
I
not
am
in the room. You
I'm
stepped.
not in the room.
I've done ranged spells.
Okay. Hiram, did you not say you were hiding in a corner of? Oh,
No,
you
I
went.
went like I threw and then went outside the door and
You went
I'm
back outside. Okay.
I'm in where I can peep around the door.
Okay. Then they are just going to attack the two who are in there. All right. So let's just for convenience of rolling sake say that the first two are going to go for Laris and the second two are going to go for Norman. Laris, you said your AC was 15? 14. All right. The first one is going to hit.
That's all
All right. It is going to do... It is going to do 9 necrotic damage.
You.
And
23.
And your strength score is going to be reduced by 4.
Okay, so I'm at a -5 for strength.
No, not your modifier, your score.
Oh, okay. I was like, by 5?
By 4.
By 4, Jesus Christ. I'm at a 4 strength.
All right.
It's a -3.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Where did you get this monster? Because that's...
Here we go. The next one is coming up to
3.5.
Norman.
Dangerous boy.
15.
Sir,
Oh, shit.
What was your AC?
that hits.
Oh, that was unmodified anyway.
14.
Okay. This is going to do 12 necrotic damage. And your strength score is going to be reduced by 3.
There's no save to stop that?
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
Because there, in 5th edition, there should at least be a save for that. Because that's very like 3rd edition.
It
or
is.
earlier.
It is part of the attack.
Hey, sounds like 3rd edition to me, baby.
Fuck, dude. Shadows are no fucking joke.
All right.
Alrighty.
Next.
By 3, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up is
Sounds good.
Laris.
Hey, so I mentioned earlier that I clapped my hands?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
You're gonna
again.
do that now. Great.
I'm going to thunderclap that shit.
All right. Let's see where that is. Here it is. Okay.
It's been a long time since Laris has been hit before.
All right.
And he like instantly gets mad and he's just like, fuck you! Bam!
All right. Let's do some con saves. So pretty much all 3 of these beings are directly in front of you because Norman was attacking the one that was right next to you as well. So all of these are going to fit within your cube. You said the save on this is a 14?
Save for me would be a 14. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do the first guy first. Let's see. Fails. And the other 2, that one was kind of in the corner. And all of them fail. All right.
Great.
So on this, if you failed save, they take. So roll 2d8.
Great. That is an 8 and a
Good
6.
start.
It's an 8 and a 6,
14.
and they're all pushed 10 feet away from me.
All right, and that's
Hell yeah.
thunder damage. Okay. Let me just hold on. I'm tracking a lot of things here. You said an 8 and a 6?
8 and a 6, so that's
14.
14. Yeah.
All right. So instantly, as you clap, one of these beings in front of you just like disappears into the mist as it is vanquished, and the other 2 get thrown back 10 feet further into the room.
All right, first blood. Who's up next?
All right, next up, the last bit of swirling energy around the podium where the was originating from originally now comes out to attack Norman. Let's see here real quick. All right, I'm going to make that roll. Your AC was
14.
14. That is a miss. But pretty much this this big it's this dog-like shadow just comes bounding at you and goes to attack you, but it misses. We are back.
Can we say that after getting hit by the last attack, Norman started hyperventilating, and so he's like on one of the heaves, and the dog just like went over him while he was like,
Sure. Yeah, we
freaking
can flavor it that way a little.
Cool.
All right, next up.
Can I ask if this is? Sorry.
What's that?
You go.
No,
I was gonna. Is this dog thing also part of the fiend?
yes.
Undead thing I sensed. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
All right. So now we are back up to the top of this initiative order with the big shadow with the wings and the claws. Didn't particularly like what Laris was doing. It's going to come back after him and attack him.
That's cool.
It's going to miss again.
Oh.
I'm God.
And Patty, it is back to you.
Yeah. I've seen two of Norman and Laris both got like their strength like sapped out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going. So I've got. Tell me if I need to. If anything I'm saying is wrong. I've got my sword and shield in hand. I am going to use my bonus action to wield my shield and cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Which means that
your AC
Bless
is
gone.
22. Your what is gone?
My Bless is gone. I'm
Okay.
actually going to cast it on Laris.
Okay.
So Laris, your AC goes up too.
So your AC is 16 now.
Yeah. Yes, my AC I believe is 20 with my shield out.
Jesus Christ, you're tough as hell.
It's too bad
I'm
you
going
wasted your first
to-
turn, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm role playing.
No, good. Yeah. You know what? Have some inspiration. Good for you. Slash, don't remember you have inspiration as well for sleeping in the log.
Oh, I didn't know I had that. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm having like, without getting too deep into my character, I'm having some traumatic sort of, we'll say, PTSD style sort of flashbacky things, seeing my friends in danger, and I shout out Laris and Norman's name. I go running forward, in front of them. So I'm standing at the front, and I'm going to use my channel divinity, Abjure Enemy, which I think I can put into chat.
Okay, great.
Did it work?
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer. One creature within 60 feet of you can. Which creature are you choosing?
I'm going to use it on the big shadow with the wings.
Okay, that one is like it just came up to attack him, so it's right in front of Laris. So you can't really get.
So I'm gonna.
You can go right up next to Laris.
Oh, sorry, say that again.
You can go right up next to Laris, but you can't really get between them because it's like currently on him.
It's up.
That's fine. I'll go up next to Laris and I'll hold out my shield, which has two silver, like Venn diagram looking rings on them, which is my holy symbol. I wield it and they glow, and I cast Abjure Enemy on that thing while shouting a prayer of denunciation in Baranar True Silver's name.
All right, what Baroness Baranar, what is what's the save?
Oh, fuck. It's 8 plus my proficiency plus my charisma, right? So, so it's 14.
All right, and this thing rolled a 12.
Nice.
Oh,
great.
Except for the fact that this thing is immune to being frightened.
Oh, shit. Fucking shit.
Oh, just kidding. It's not. It's immune to a lot of different conditions, but not frightened. That's for sure.
Oh, great.
Great.
Well, did I mention that it has disadvantage on its roll if it's a fiend or an undead?
Oh, for real? Let's see if it fails even worse. It does. It got a 6. Great. So it is frightened for 1 minute or until it takes damage. Great.
That's 10 terms. So I tell everybody not to attack it. leave it to last.
It also says its speed is 0, so it's not gonna run away. It's just gonna stay right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Patty, are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, that was my bonus action and my action. So I'll tell Laris to shift away from the thing and tell everybody else to leave the wing for last.
Okay. All right, Slash, that's you.
Cool. I don't know if you're using map on your Roll20 or not, but I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon to the next closest demon shadow.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much what's gonna happen is right now it was like at the podium, right?
Right.
So those shadows, demons moved up all the way 5 feet from the door to attack Laris and Norman, and then they were pushed 10 feet back. So right now they are 10 feet away from both Laris and Norman and Patty, and 10 feet away from the spiritual weapon.
Perfect. The weapon can move 20 feet. So
Perfect.
It'll move probably to the one that I already damaged.
The one that you damaged is the one that got eviscerated by the clap.
He got gonorrhea and died.
Then I will move it to the next closest one.
Laris gave the shadow gonorrhea. Great. The next, perfect. That is the one that is there. Great. Do you have to re-roll or anything, or do they just make another save?
It's an attack roll again.
Okay. So re-roll that one.
That is, hold on. Let me make sure I'm putting the correct.
Totally fine.
Sorry, hit the wrong thing. Yeah. That's 5. Okay, that is a 14 to hit.
14 hits. So roll your damage for it.
Excuse me. 16 to hit, excuse me.
Still hits.
1d8.
1d8 of damage.
6 plus 5, 11 points of force damage.
11 force damage. You got it.
Is it dead?
It is, yep. Phew.
Cool. And how many more are there?
There's the big demon that is frozen, and the dog-looking one that you can still see.
Cool.
Well, that's all that's left.
I'm focusing on the dog then.
Okay.
And shooting out an Eldritch Blast. As another wave of black energy shoots out from my staff.
All right. And is that a save?
It's an attack.
Okay, then roll that one.
It's a 6. I missed.
Yeah, 6 misses. Are you in the room at all?
Nope.
Okay. Still outside?
Nope.
All right. Next up is Hiram.
Yes, I will come around the wall. So I could not see in the room when Petty did his thing on one of them. Am I able to tell which one he was referring to not to attack?
He's standing right in front of it. It's the only one that's in between him. It's the only one that's close to him.
I said don't attack the one with wings.
Okay. Is the dog one engaged with anyone within 5 feet of it?
Yeah, the dog one had attacked Norman, I believe. Or went to attack Norman, it missed, but yes.
Excellent. And so that was after the thunder wave, so it was not moved away from him?
That was before, yes, that was after the thunderclap.
Good, then I will throw 2 daggers at the pooch.
All right, roll it.
2 more daggers. First one is a natural mother 20. It's a natural 20.
All right,
I'm
that
very
hits.
excited. That is sneak attack. Yes, please.
Too many mother 20 eggs on this mother 20 plan.
I'm very happy with it now.
We're using up all of our nat 20s.
I'm very happy with
It's good to use them
It's okay,
now.
because in our roleplay,
Not the best one, but it is okay.
it's been awful. So.
That is 18 damage.
18 damage on
18
the
piercing.
dog. Perfect.
Good.
Okay. Is that
Does it live?
Is this?
yeah, no, that was the first hit on the dog.
Alright, so it lives, and then dagger number 2, coming in hot, is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okie dokie. And that is 1 damage, 1 piercing.
1 piercing damage. All right.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
He's something that kills.
There's a D4, no bonus. So.
Yeah, that one you actually see it you chuck it, it stops at the dog but falls right to the ground. The dog is unaffected by it. Norman, you're up.
So everyone saw Norman kind of get blasted with some attacks. He's hyperventilating, and all of a sudden it looks like Norman is about to pass out of fear and damage taken and just an incredible amount of stress that he's undergoing. And all of a sudden you see Norman maybe grow an inch and suddenly
Grow an inch where?
hold on to his sword
Where it counts.
everywhere, in all directions.
He weighs 260
him-
pounds now.
Suddenly, yeah, you see the weight that might have come from like a little bit of bookishness, reading too much, not exercising, kind of like shift into places that make him look more muscular. And how many people are within 10 feet of Norman?
I believe I'm right next to you, aren't I?
Within 10 feet
Yeah.
of Norman, pretty much everyone except
Yeah.
for Slash and Teufel. So I guess Laris and Patty.
Okay. So as this happens, you see kind of like an icy kind of aura come out of Norman.
God, if you
And
damage me again.
the three of us gain 2 temporary hit points as a stormy magical aura comes out of Norman. So that's for every ally within 10 feet of him. And you see him all of a sudden kind of like take on a face that you've never seen before, one of like a just unbridled amount of rage as Norman looks at this dog that tried attacking him as he was stressed out and says, "I kill!" And Norman goes into a rage and swings into him recklessly.
All right, roll it.
So here we go. I got a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Great.
Uh-huh.
For 12 damage on this guy.
12 damage. All right. You said...
And Norman... Sorry?
No, it was nothing. Keep going.
Norman just comes from this, like, very, like, hyperventily, quick breaths to, like, quick breaths of just unbridled amounts of hatred for these shadowy creatures, and has really no control over himself as he just thrusts his greatsword pen into the shadowy dog.
All right. Next is Laris.
Is the dog still going?
Yeah, dog's still up.
All right. How far away is the dog?
I mean, you're all relatively close to each other. It's 5 feet away.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna take any big crazy chances this round, and I'm gonna use who would have thought of it? A cantrip. I'm gonna poison spray him.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm just gonna give him a little.
Like I poison sprayed that tree, baby.
No. Actually, I do not believe that is a roll. You need to
Okay.
succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. You got it. And what's the save?
Save is. I think that would be 14, right?
Yes.
All right. It does not. It fails.
Okay. So it needs to take 1d12 poison damage.
All right.
Let
You
me
want to
get out my
roll
little-
that?
Yeah. That's a 7.
A 7. All right, you got it. Are you doing anything else?
I can't. I don't think I can.
I just if you can, you can. If you can't, then no. All right.
No.
It is the dog's turn. Upset that you just heard it. It is going to go for Laris.
Shit. Oh fuck.
And it gets a 2.
I impose disadvantage on the attack roll using protection. I use my reaction. I use my shield because my shield's out and protection.
Okay, great.
I believe I put it in chat.
It rolled a nat 2 on its first roll. Let's see if it gets a nat 1 on its second roll. It doesn't.
Okay, well,
but it
I
still
just-
fails.
Just making sure.
Good job, Patty. But the attack is still prevented. We are back to the frightened demon, who is frightened. Patty, your turn.
I'm going to, the first time, I'm going to attack this dog.
Just so you know, he can still attack as frightened.
Oh, it's just its speed is 0.
He just has he just has disadvantage.
Okay.
He just has disadvantage.
Well,
on
in
attack
that
roll.
case, then it's gonna
But try to
attack.
run away, but it can't. So
That run away.
Not run away. That's a different one.
Yeah, yeah. This is the frightened condition. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and you cannot move willingly closer to the source of its fear. It can't move at all.
It can't move at
because
all.
of the specific thing, but it can attack. I mean, sorry, Laris, that means you're going to get hit.
Thank
But-
you, Randall.
Yeah. Good job, Randall.
Just
fair
with
play.
disadvantage.
Yeah, it is
Fair
gonna
play.
have disadvantage, but it is going to go after the boy.
Laris, how are you doing, by the
the
way?
only one.
Health wise,
Yeah.
I mean, I got 2 temporary hit points.
More importantly, he's 1d4 roll away from dropping to 0 strength.
Yeah.
No, I have a 25 hit points in all.
All right, it got
And his AC is boosted too.
it got a 17 to hit with disadvantage. Does that hit?
That hits me because my thing is 16.
Oof.
Even after my boost?
That is the boost.
Luke, don't you dare roll a 4 on the d4.
This is a
yeah.
shadow demon. It's not a shadow. It doesn't do the strength
Okay,
drain.
good.
Just the shadows
Okay,
did, and
good.
you got rid of all of those.
I'm having a panic attack.
Kill me!
Inside is-
Kill me! Fucking do it!
Yeah, that would kill us, right? Strength
But you
zero
do
means you're
take
dead?
9 psychic damage from that hit.
That's fine. Laris's ego can handle a hit.
All right. Now we'll go to
Fucking
Patty.
14. baby.
Laris forgot to tell you he's immune to psychic damage.
Laris's ego is so inflated he just can't take psychic damage because nothing.
I'm too full of myself. You can't hurt me.
The psychic damage is your hair is messed up. Is no.
I'm just going to attack it with my sword.
All right. The dog.
The dog, yes.
All right, go for it. Roll it.
Okay, that's a 23.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is 10 slashing damage.
All right. So you take your big old sword, you swipe through this this shadow dog. It your sword passes right through the dog, but it makes a little whimper as it like cuts through the mist of the dog. The dog is still up, but it is not looking great. Slash, that's you.
I will move my spiritual weapon
All right.
to the dog and whip it.
All right.
Whip it good.
Is that a it's not like a radial effect, right? It's just an attack on one creature?
That's just an attack on one creature.
Okay, great. Perfect. And that's it's an attack. Go ahead. Make it.
It's an attack roll.
Great.
I did not hit. I don't think. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit. They
I
don't
didn't
have
think
very
so.
high AC, but not quite that low.
I didn't think so.
All right.
In which case, I will then shoot out an Eldritch Blast.
There you go. All right.
Because a cleric with an Eldritch Blast is just ridiculous.
Go for it.
Like a level in Warlock or something?
1 level of Warlock.
Yeah.
You are going in jail. That was 3 threes in a row.
Wow.
That is a 7 to hit.
7 also
Missed.
misses.
Yeah.
All right. Now we are at Hiram.
Yes. Okay. Here is what is I'm going to do. I will. I'll take the cloth, the rolled up fabric on my back, kind of throw it on the ground as I untie it. Everyone here is a kind of. I wish I had my guitar handy so I could slap it. Everyone here is a kind of resonant string sound as a lute clatters on the floor, and I pull a short sword out of there as well. I'll take out my last dagger and put it reverse grip in my left hand, and I will run into the room. I will run up to the dog, and I will take an attack on it with my short sword.
Okay. Roll it.
Okay. That is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
I won't use sneak attack on this.
Okay.
I'll keep it for now. Let's see. Ooh, that is 5 damage. Actually, no, sorry, that is 3. That's 3 damage.
Okay.
Does it still stand?
Yes.
3 just enough.
Your sword, similar to Patty's, passes right through the shadowy dog. It a little bit, but it still stands.
I will strike at it with the dagger.
Okay.
Ah, jeez Louise. This is a 6 to hit.
6 does not hit.
Okay, how much... So I ran around and through the door to the dog. How much movement did that expend?
Let me see here. Were you just tucked away from sight outside of the door?
Just I could peek around if I wanted to.
That was about
Right
15
against the
feet of
door.
movement.
15 feet?
Yeah.
I will risk the attack of opportunity and run all the way back.
Okay. It will take that on you. What's your AC?
My AC is 13.
And
Is this the dog or the?
This
or
is the
winged
dog.
guy?
this is the
I'm
dog.
going to use my protection. Oh wait. Has it been my turn since I
You
did
just
my reaction?
did.
No, I was before. I took my turn to attack.
Yes,
dog.
the demon goes before you do. Yep. So you still have your reaction for this turn. You can use.
I'm going
Absolutely.
to use it to protect, to impose disadvantage when it attacks Hiram, Teufel, Belfast.
So you said disadvantage.
Yeah, it imposes disadvantage.
All right.
He said his friends call him Cherry.
So it. What was your AC?
13.
Sorry, it cut out a little. I just heard teen.
13. 1 3.
13. So the first one it rolled was an 11, and it has a +5 to hit. And with disadvantage, the second one it rolled was a nat 20. So it isn't going to crit, but it is still going to hit you.
I tried.
As
This is okay,
you
protection.
run.
It saved a crit.
It is going to do 11 piercing damage. And you will need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
Which,
That's
didn't
not-
you lose strength?
He did.
No, I did not, but I may as well have.
You no longer have the 1d4 extra.
That is a 7.
7 does not pass, so you take that damage, and you are also knocked prone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you're lying kind of on the floor, kind of in the doorway. Everyone else is around you, but you are knocked prone. We are now... Yes.
For the sake of my family, I won't act this out. But Hiram starts screaming in a much more high pitched manner than you would expect from him,
Okay.
and he's like desperately like trying to crawl away and failing.
Norman, we are to you.
Yes, sir. Did any of the 3 that are up close take damage this last round?
What do you mean the 3? Just
Hiram
not slasher.
moved in.
Norman, Laris, and Patty.
Hiram moved into your aura and took damage.
So the aura is like, well, let me see.
If it's 10 feet, because he moved in, attacked the dog, so would have moved.
He
into
did.
your
He
aura,
did take damage
then
on his way
took
out.
damage.
So the effect activates the first time I go into a rage, and then on my turn as a bonus action. So he doesn't get the temporary, but if he stays next turn, he can.
Well, I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right next to you.
He is on the floor next to you, so he'll still be there.
So you're there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I'm
great.
just vibing.
He's lying on the
Alright,
floor.
so
yeah.
I will activate. You see more ice come out of Norman and everyone here. If you already have it, it doesn't stack, but
Oh.
Hiram at least gets 2 temporary HP.
Now here's the
So if
question:
anyone
do I go up 2 when I get that from my current HP?
Are you at 0?
It's temporary HP, so it gets added on top of what you have, and it will get taken away first.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you don't. It doesn't add to max HP.
gotcha. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Carry on.
All right, Norman, you gonna
Alright,
attack?
And yeah, Norman not really knowing that he helped anyone other than just more icy fueled rage is coming out of him. Will attack recklessly. The dog is still up, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Norman is completely focused on the dog here.
Okay.
So he says, "Big doggy, die!" And he got
First
a
time
22
someone is
to
speaking
hit.
Slash's language.
Yeah,
You got a what, Norman?
a 22
Hits. Yep. Rolled your damage.
Great. And that is 7 damage.
7 damage to the dog. All right. Your sword cuts right through it. It's still up. But it your sword passes through it and it whimpers a bit as you cut it.
Okay. Norman kind of laughs like,
All right, Laris, that's you.
Who's up next? Like after me?
Um,
Being Patty, right?
I think the
after
winged
you is
creature
the
and
dog,
me.
then the demon, then Patty.
Oh, fucking the dog's still alive. Because I'm like, do I want to be a buffer or do I want to murder?
I feel like Laris has indicated that he likes to be a murderer.
He has also indicated that he wants to die.
That's true. That's true.
Hiram has not indicated that.
Hiram's just on the floor. All right, Laris, what's up?
Cool. So this is what's gonna happen. Is Laris is going to walk up to the puppy,
Okay.
and I have a bonus action that is called Flame Blade.
Okay.
Nice.
You evoke a fiery blade in your free hand. The blade is in similar size and shape to a scimitar, and it lasts for the duration. If you let go of the blade, it disappears, but you can evoke the blade again as a bonus action. You can use your action to make a melee attack with this blade, and on the hit, the target takes 3d6 fire damage.
Wow.
The flaming blade
yeah.
sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Wow.
So yeah, Laris is gonna flame blade this
Do it.
mother.
Make a melee attack.
Hell yeah, bro.
What's your plus to hit?
Didn't I? 1 second.
Hopefully it's
Let me
a
check.
melee spell attack.
I think I had a.
Melee spell attack with the fiery blade, yeah.
It is a
I
spell
was
attack.
gonna say
That's
I'm
magic
doing
damage.
more. I'm doing more rules shit.
Yeah, that
Can I
rules.
drop that in the chat?
Yep.
There you go.
Here we are. Symbiotic entity. Your melee weapon attack deals an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to any target they hit. Is that only when I've activated Halo Spores?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Those Halo Spores.
That's also
passive?
as an action. You can do this. So this would be instead of attacking.
Yeah.
Damn, because I was about to
wouldn't
be
do
like,
that.
I'm
Just-
gonna stack these
Flame
fuckers
weapon.
on top of each other.
That would be a good combo in the future.
That'll be a great combo in the future. For now, oh fuck, does that mean with melee that means to just roll strength?
No, because it's melee spell attack.
It's a spell
so it's your
attack.
Spell
Yeah.
attack
It's a
modifier.
spell
Oh thank God.
So it's
Oh
your-
thank
it's your
God.
wisdom.
Oh thank God. That would have not gone well.
And you're proficient
So
still.
that's
So it's your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus, which is 2.
okay. So that's a add 6.
Okay.
15 plus 6. That's 21.
That hits. So it does.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
3d6.
3d6 fire damage. Dang.
Okay, that is 3, 7, 8. 8 fire damage.
You all see as Laris walks up, he like opens up his hand and this scimitar of fire just appears in his hand. He walks up and he slashes right into the dog, decapitating its fiendish, wistful head, and it just evaporates into the air as Laris just completely finishes this dog off.
Crazy Norman says, "Doggy, die!"
I look at the winged beast, which is now just next to me, and I just shout like a battle cry of fear.
All right, and as you do that, it turns
I
to
like
you and it goes to attack, and it got
Yay.
a 16, but that's not enough for Patty. All right, Patty, that's you.
I knock it with my shield, and then in return, I attack it with my sword.
All right, do it.
Oh, shit. Please, please, please. 17 to hit.
17 hits. Roll your
Great.
damage.
And as I do it, I, again, inspired by actually talking to my goddess, I'm like, ah! I am going to use my last spell slot, and in her name, Divine Smite this thing.
Yes.
Incredible.
So first I'll roll the...
Break it down
This
for
is
me.
the damage just from the sword itself.
Okay.
So the damage from the sword is 7 slashing damage, non-magical if that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Smite is 2d8 radiant damage.
Okay, so roll that for
I
me.
wonder if the radiant might mean something.
Plus one more
in
if it's
terms of
fiend
what
or
we're
undead,
fighting.
or is I think of something else.
It should be.
No, I'm just no.
Check your divine smite because you might.
Oh
get
shit,
an
you're
extra
right.
one.
Yes, it is 1d8
is a
extra
fiend.
if it's fiend or undead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3d8.
3d8 of
damage.
radiant damage. Okay, yeah, roll
All
it.
right.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Okay, so I got 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant damage.
Oh my
Okay.
god, thank you guys for that rules check. I would have missed that.
All right. This.
Buddy is so scared of fiends and undead that he didn't even read that part.
Um,
He saw the words and was like,
Patty pulls like he blocks the claws of the shadow demon with his shield, takes out his sword, and as it glows with the bright light of the Baroness herself, he slashes directly through it.
Baranor?
And it kind of it cuts right through the demon, but you can see the light that is coming off of the sword actually stays with the demon as the sword passes right through, and it kind of burns away at the demon quite a bit, but it still reforms and it's still sitting there with its giant wings flapping, now unfrightened of Patty. We are at Slash.
Well, I'm now frightened of it.
So the spiritual weapon is going to move
Okay.
and attack.
All right. Roll it.
Somebody help! Help!
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
It's a D8. Where'd my D8
This is the
go?
tentacle, right? Like a
Yeah, it's
black
like
tentacle.
whipping. It's like a tentacle whip that just cracks.
That's
I'm
cool.
starting to cry a little bit.
It does 6 damage.
6 damage.
And so far, Slash has been, standing back.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, he sees the Radiant and kind of does one of these, and not to be outdone, runs up to it and casts Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Which, if someone will throw that up in chat for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that for you.
No, it's okay. It is another melee spell attack.
All right. Roll
It's
it.
coming. Here you go, Luke.
There it is.
That would be sorry, excuse me. That would be 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll your damage.
That is 3d10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Ugh.
Hmm.
That is unfortunately only 11 necrotic damage.
All right.
So he comes up and just black energy flicks out of his fingers and starts piercing the demon.
All right, and as you see the black energy pierce the demon, it is definitely inflicting damage to it. But as you are inflicting that, as it is piercing, the demon is kind of like absorbing it into itself. It is you can see it is still being hurt by it, but it's not. You could tell Patty's attack was kind of tearing it apart. This one, the demon is kind of like growing into as it is being hurt by it.
That's totally fair.
Next up is Hiram. You are on the floor behind Norman. What are you doing?
Can I, if I do a quick look around in the light, can I see any of my daggers that I missed with? Or there was one that landed right at where the dog was.
There
right?
was one that stopped in the dog and fell directly down. So there is one about 5 feet away from you.
All right, I will leave my short sword on the ground, grab the dagger. I will use half my movement to get up from being prone. I am not in melee range of the other one, am I?
No, but you could be very easily. You're
Okay, that's fine. I do not want to be.
Oh,
I will
okay.
use the other 15 feet of my movement to get as far away from it as I can.
okay.
And then I will throw those 2 daggers. And as I throw them, I'll say, fuck you.
Okay.
Son.
Throw it.
First dagger is a 13 to hit.
13
You
just
said
hits.
optimistically? Yay! I will
13
add
is the demon's AC.
I will add the sneak attack to this one.
Okay.
And that is a 12 damage.
12 damage. You all
12
see
piercing.
Hiram is on the floor. He kind of like frightenedly army crawls his way over to his like singular dagger that lies on the ground that he has left. He picks up the dagger. He stands up very bravely facing the demon, turns around, runs as far as he can, turns back around and just chucks the dagger end over end. It's flying, and as you see it fly, it before this same dagger pierced the dog, but then fell right to the ground. This one pierces the demon's head right there and the demon evaporates into the mist as it is defeated by Hiram's last dagger. You are out of initiative. There are no more monsters around you. You are in this dark, empty chamber just as the torch burns out, and you are left with the one artifact that is being held at Gramanthe Community College. What you will do with it, we will find out next week on Paradise. Join us then. Thank you all
Playing
so
Among Us.
much for watching.
Nice.
Playing Among Us.